I'm Judy Steiner. I'm a mortgage and insurance advisor with Mortgage Link in Napier, and I've been in the industry for many years, and I just want to tell you a little bit about my story. One of the hardest things as an advisor is to share real true stories about how this product that we sell works. But a year ago, my husband Dan was diagnosed with rectal cancer, and that was pretty shocking. But because we had private medical, my immediate go-to position was, right, we'll have to go and put the claim in. So as it turns out, he was diagnosed with this jolly disease, and immediately within days of diagnosis, he was under the private medical team at Kawika. And through the miracle of the drugs that they make now, he had these 10 cycles, and he did really well. They really looked after him, and he did have some side effects, not overly bad. After the 10 cycles, I always say to you, have a break. And so we had a 3-month break from it, had a holiday overseas, came back, and it's hasn't gone away, of course, and it's metastasized a bit, but they've just started him on another series of treatments, and he's receiving some non-pharmac drugs now. Peace of mind of not having to sit on a waiting list and wait for the public system to kick in, or just trying to find the funds, and we can find the funds. We're in a position we could find the funds, but they wouldn't last forever, and we also have a life to live. Only yesterday we were back at the oncologist, and Dan has treatment again tomorrow. He's back swimming, and he swims every day down at Only Cover Pools, and he's cooking dinner, and he's enjoying life. And I know that if he didn't have access to this support through his private medical, we may not have him now. You know, if somebody in our industry talks to you about this, really seriously look at it. Like, you hear all the stories, but from a personal point of view, I've seen the actual working so well. We're in the private sector, the drugs are there, they're paid for, there's no issue with claim, and Dan's living his best life. Now, in the case of Dan with critical cancer, his excess was $2,000, and he's a mature guy, so it wasn't cheap. It was about $100 a week, and it did go up a little bit over time due to age. And we could have, if we needed to, increase that excess to the next step, which would have been $5,000, which would have halved the cost. But we kept it as it was. But as it turns out, when we made the claim for him, because of the critical nature, it was waived. So we didn't have to pay the excess at all. To date, since October 1 last year, he's received over $200,000 in care through private medical from Partners Life, and I think it's the best investment we've actually ever made. One of the issues that I hear a lot from clients, and it's fair, and I also hear it on the radio and the newspaper and TV, is how expensive private medical cover is. And I have to disagree that it can be expensive unless you work with an advisor who helps you get to a price point that is workable. If you'd like to have a chat a bit further about this, why don't you give me a call, Judy, at Mortgage Link. So I think don't be shy, just pick up the phone and have a chat.